their delusion is running the show. It's really a sad thing. They have powerful thoughts and beliefs based on lies. And the root cause of this is they never healed. These are people who have gone through hardships, gone through some things in their life, and actively chose not to heal. They chose the path of least resistance, because facing the emotions, facing the hardships that came against them, facing the deception, the betrayal, the deceit, was just too painful for them. So instead of dealing with it, they recycled the patterns and they dumped it on to who they thought was the weaker link. They dumped it on the person that they see as the soft, weak person. But see, you're just empathetic, you're just authentic, you're just mindful, you're caring, and they have a hardness. They just have a hardness inside of them that they look at those qualities about you as a weakness, and so they look down on you. And really, all that is years of ego. They just wrapped their pain in instead of facing the pain, working through it, wanting to grow and be a better person. So they wrapped their pain in the lies. And over time, when you consistently deny the truth and deny the truth and then deny the truth, and you prop yourself up in false narratives, you will come into a reprobate mind because you choose to believe the lies. And so when you do that, you move further and further away from God. You move further and further away from truth. And so now that these people are so far down that road, their delusion is in control. And see, that's the exact thing that got them in trouble. Their delusion is the exact thing that exposed their heart posture towards you. You started to notice patterns. At first, you didn't know, you were a little naive, but on your walk, as you matured with the Lord, He started to show you things. He started to give you inklings, and then you started to be suspicious. You started to notice those little side eyes. You started to notice those little smirks. You started to notice something was off. And then you figured it out. You figured out that their heart posture was not for you. You figured it out that they all came against you. You figured it out that in order for them to feel better about themselves, in complete false pretenses, but what they now see as truth, they had to make up lies. And they literally created a smear campaign against your name. And they had to make other people believe that you're troubled, you're a problem, you're, an instigator. And then it's funny because at the same time, they saw you growing in the Lord And then they had to walk this tightrope. And they saw your blessings and prosperity. And then they were like, oh no, this doesn't align with the narrative that we've been saying. So then they had to start explaining to people why you're doing good. And then they started taking the credit for it. They wanted to be the hero. But see, God doesn't share his glory with anybody. And God is not going to let them take credit for your growth. Praise God. And now their delusion has completely exposed them. And not only do you see it, but everybody else sees it too.